The Bishop of St. David's is the ordinary of the Church in Wales. Diocese of St. David's. The succession of bishops stretches back to St. David, who in the 6th century established his seat in what is today the city of St. David's in Pembrokeshire, founding St. David's Cathedral. The current Bishop of St. David's is the Right Reverend Wyn Evans, who succeeded to the post on the 1st of September 2008. History. The history of the Diocese of St. David's is traditionally traced to that saint in the latter half of the 6th century. Records of the history of the diocese before Norman times are very fragmentary, however, consisting of a few chance references in old chronicles, such as Annal Cambriae and Brut White Wysogian, originally corresponding with the boundaries of Dyfed. St. David's eventually comprised all the country south of the River Dyfi and west of the English border, with the exception of the greater part of Glamorganshire, in all some 3,500 square miles. Claim of metropolitan status. The early ecclesiastical organization of the Welsh Church is unclear, but scanty references reveal that some form of archbishopric definitely existed, with multiple bishops under the jurisdiction of a senior see. One of the earliest mentions of the religious community at St. David's Cathedral comes in the work of Asa, who was trained there. In his Life of King Alfred c. 893, Asa clearly describes his kinsman, Nobis, also of St. David's, as archbishop. In the Annal Cambriae, Elfod is termed Archbishop of the land of Gwynedd in his Obit under the year 809. Rigerfarch's Life of St. David c. 1090 states St. David was anointed as an archbishop by the Patriarch of Jerusalem, a position confirmed at the Synod of Llanelwy Brefi by popular acclaim. Then, blessed and extolled by the mouth of all, he is with the consent of all the bishops, kings, princes, nobles, and all grades of the whole Britannic race made archbishop, and his monastery too is declared the metropolis of the whole country, so that whoever ruled it should be accounted archbishop. Rigerfarch's claim may be dubious history, but there can be little doubt he was reflecting a pre-existing tradition. It is unclear when St. David's came definitely under the metropolitan jurisdiction of the Archbishop of Canterbury, but about 1115 King Henry I intruded a Norman into the see. Bernard, Bishop of St. David's, who prior to his ordination was confirmed by Canterbury, much to the disgust of the Brut White Wysogian, which noted that Henry I made him bishop in Menevia in contempt of the clerics of the Britons. Once in place, Bernard became convinced that St. David's was a metropolitan archbishopric. Bernard in the 1120s claimed metropolitan jurisdiction over Wales and presented his suit unsuccessfully before 6 successive popes. Pope Eugenius III was giving the case serious consideration. The issue was to be put to the synod summoned to meet at Reims in March 1148, but the death of Bernard meant the case lapsed. The idea of archbishops in Wales was also reflected in the work of Geoffrey of Monmouth. The claim was afterwards revived in the time of Gerald of Wales, who pressed it vigorously. The failure of Gerald's campaign saw the claim lapse, but it was revived by Owain Glyne's plan for an independent Welsh church. The idea was also revived in the Reformation with Bishop Richard Davies in the Address to the Welsh Nation, prefix to the translation into Welsh of the New Testament by him and William Salisbury referred to Archbishop David. It was only in 1920 that an Archbishop of Wales was re-established. Further history. The building of the present St. David's Cathedral was begun under Bishop Peter de Laer. In the troubled times of the Reformation, the former Bishop of St. David's, William Barlow, was a consecrator of Archbishop Matthew Parker in 1559. At the English Reformation, the see ceased to be in communion with Rome, but it continued as a see of the Church of England and, since disestablishment, of the Church in Wales. List of bishops. pre-Reformation bishops. Accounts of the early incumbents on the list are conflicting. Nominal archbishops, suffragan bishops, bishops during the Reformation, post-Reformation bishops.